what I call a great parable. And unfortunately, that's not what Jesus says, is it? Jesus does talk about money, and he talks about comparing, and he talks about jealousy. And worse, when he's talking about all this tough stuff, he's not talking about the way people in general are. He's talking about the way the people who spend the most time with him are. The people who listen most closely to him. The people who think he matters, and the people we would like to think we are. And that makes me feel bad. Because if anyone's going to be living in the kingdom, who's going to be doing it better than the disciples? And look at them. They're still flawed. Still competing against each other. Still trying to one-up each other. Still very, unfortunately, human. And they're the disciples. Like I said, that feels pretty discouraging because what that means is that the kingdom really isn't what I'd like it to be. And even worse, me in the kingdom, me at my best, still likely won't ever be the person I would really, really like to believe I could someday become. But you know, maybe that's not the right way to look at it. Maybe in a funny way, that deeply flawed humanity that can never get beyond always needing to be reminded to love and to welcome presents us with the greatest hope for the kingdom. Because what that means is that the kingdom isn't some exclusive, walled-in place reserved only for the perfect people who won't ever exist. Maybe living in the kingdom really is for everyone. Issues and all, flaws and all. Needing to be reminded to put love first, over and over and over again. And probably way more overs even than that. And I guess the hope then is that if we stick with it, if we work in the vineyard long enough, we will eventually see, even if only more of the time, that denarius for what it should be. Enough. And enough then is what we want for everyone. And if we stay at it in the vineyard, we might even see that denarius as God's love. The love we are promised. The love that is already ours. And everybody else's. As soon as we start living in the kingdom. It's all right there. The time for us to get into the vineyard and get to work is now. It always has been and always will be. But it's not just about showing up for work and punching in your time card. It's just as much about making sure there's a place in the vineyard for everyone. Amen.